Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Let's make Saturday morning breakfast together. Today we'll be making moi-moi, oats and some fish. I have here my bowl and I'll be going in with my brown beans and some cold water as well. I'll soak the beans for a while, after which I'll peel the beans with my hands and then get a sieve to sieve out the shaft of the beans from the peeled beans. A lot of people have devised multiple ways of peeling their beans, like using their blenders, but I find that I'm still stuck with this traditional style of peeling beans. I will now be going in with my tatashe and taking out the seeds as well as my bell pepper at this point. Just make sure that your beans is thoroughly clean at this point before you go in with your pepper. I'll be going in with some scotch bonnet and some onions as well, because what is moi moi without onions in it? I'll also be going in with some ginger. This is very optional, so if you're not a fan of ginger, you can omit this particular step, but I really like ginger in all of my dishes. So yes, I'll be going in with some ginger and then I'll be rinsing those again to make sure that it is thoroughly clean at this point. Now I'll be going in with my secret ingredient, which is my crayfish. It's not really a secret ingredient, yes, but I like crayfish a lot also in my moi moi. So I'll be washing that and making sure that it's thoroughly clean, after which I'll blend all of my mix. And of course, once that is blended, I will go in with my raw egg. This is optional as well, but I think it just kind of gives this moi moi some fluffiness that I really like. So now that my beans mix is ready, I will transfer it into a bowl. And now Ariella has decided to join and help in the kitchen. She's currently oiling the pans that we'll be using for the moi moi. And so I have my beans mix and I'll just turn that to ensure that the mixture is smooth. And then I have some meat broth, beef broth, and I've just gone in with some of it because it's so tasty and I really like beef broth. If you don't like beef broth, you can omit this step as well, but I really like beef broth in my moi moi. It's quite flavorful and it also gives the natural flavor of the beef. I will now go in with some seasoning powder and some salt, and after adding that in, I will keep stirring my beans mix to ensure that all the spices that I've added at this point is evenly distributed. I'll go in with some meat broth again to ensure that the consistency is exactly as I want it. At this point, I'm struggling to open the corned beef, so I will just transfer that over to Mr. T to help with. And then I've just gone in with additional salt again, and I've continued to mix. I'll be going in with some vegetable oil. Actually, I prefer palm oil, but at this point, my palm oil was solidified and there was nothing I could do to get it melted in time for the moi moi. So I just settled for granite oil, vegetable oil. So now that the pans have been oiled, I realized really helpful, super helpful at this point, and having a company in the kitchen is really encouraging. My corned beef is now opened, and so I'll get the first pan, just make sure that it is properly oiled, and then measure in some beans mix in it and go in with some corned beef. I'm using my hands here because obviously I'm cooking for my family, and then I'll just go in with some hard boiled eggs as well. I think that pan was too full, so I'll be going a little less in the next few pans. And yes, so I've just gone in with some corned beef and some egg as well, and you can see Ariella passing on items to me. She's passing on the boiled egg to me and also passing on the lid to the pans for me. So she's really helpful, really super helpful in the kitchen, and I'm hopeful that in a few years time she will be the one cooking while I'm resting in the living room watching TV with my legs crossed. Yes, but for now I'll just endure till she's a lot older. But yeah, it's so fun to cook with her anyway, because she keeps saying, "Mommy, what can I help you with? Mommy, what can I help you with? Mommy, can I help? What can I do? Mommy, I want to help." So it's really good to have somebody who's quite interested in the kitchen, and I hope that this continues, because for cooking can be very fun at times and quite therapeutic as well for people. So I just hope that she continues with this interest for cooking. Yeah, but I really really enjoyed her company making this particular dish. And so now that all that is sorted, I'll be transferring the pans into my pot, and then just trying to arrange it to ensure that everything gets properly steamed in the pot when it goes on fire. So I just have a stand underneath that pot. The stand is to help raise the pans from the water, and so the water is not directly hitting the pans. And so I've added in some boiling water into my pan, and now that all that is sorted, I will cover my pot, light the fire, and leave to steam. I don't know exactly how long it will take, but I'm sure that once your food starts giving off that moi moi smell, you know that that is ready. So while that is cooking, I just decided to do some fish. So I've just gone in with some butter and some salt, just to add flavor to the butter, some oregano, and some seasoning powder as well. And I've just, because the butter I used here is unsalted butter, so I've just gone in with my cod fillets. This fish, I'm just trying this particular style of cooking it, and I've never tried to do pan fry it before like this. Normally I would just pop it in the air fryer or pop it in the oven, but it's always quicker in the air fryer, to be honest. But today I decided to use a pan fry style to pan fry the fish. I don't know how it will come out, but we'll see at the end of this video. So yes, I noticed that it was giving off some liquid at this point. I didn't expect that. So yes, that's one thing that I've observed. And because it's fish fillet, there's not much bones. So while my fish was cooking, I noticed that I needed to cover up and seal up the steam in my moi moi. So I've just used some aluminium foil. But if you have alternatives that you think are healthier, then you can go ahead and use them to seal up the steam coming out. Now that my fish is properly fried, I've taken it out from the pan, and now we'll be making some oats. I've added some boiling water into my pan on fire. I've added some salt. That's very optional. I like salt, and I decided to do a little. I've added cloves into my pan this time around. I don't think I've ever used cloves to cook my oats before. It's the first time. And then I've added some sugar as well. The LDR options for you, if you don't like to use sugar, is to use some honey or some peanut butter once your oat is ready. And so I'll just be going in with some of the porridge oats, and then stir that in and ensure that it's properly stirred, and just leave under the fire under medium heat to cook. And yes, just allow it to cook, and it's looking good already. And oh my goodness, I can't wait to dive into this food. And yes, I've just added some water because I just noticed that my porridge was a little too thick. So at this point you can adjust the consistency of your porridge. Some people like it quite thick, but I just like it in between, not too thick and not too liquidy. So yes, I've just stirred that up to ensure that the water that I added is evenly distributed in my oats, and I'm just waiting for a few minutes for the oats to cook up together so that we can heat this delicious food, because oh my goodness, I'm so looking forward to this. Yes, so all my dishes is ready at this point, and then I've dished out the oats, added some evaporated milk, and dished out some of the fishes. At this point you see that the fishes crumbled a bit, but yes, lessons learned. So I've added my moi moi. Now that our food is ready, let's dive in. I hope you enjoyed watching. Thank you so much for watching. God bless you. Don't forget to subscribe, comment, like, and share. Bye.